how loud it is.
So the videos are kind of backwards. First, when you get a car, you want to service it, but not everything came in, so I'm just putting an aftermarket exhaust on. As you can see, it looks disgusting with one tip broken off, and I managed to get a genuine Blitz nurse spec exhaust. I think it's from Highline R34 GTR. Looking at the hangers, it was a really good deal, and it's brand new. The problem with it though is it's going to be a bit too loud. Even though it's got this proven stuff, it's still going to be too loud. So putting this in, it's a Profusion inline silencer, 3-inch, just like the Blitz, and the meow meow is going. So as you can see, the original exhaust is rusty, and that's why I'm going to be replacing it. It's got holes in places, and it's just a matter of time until it completely falls apart. Missing the tip, and yeah, it's pretty disgusting. With what I found out on the forums, when you remove the stock cat, you can hit overboost and basically blow up your engine. So I'm gonna have to remove it because to make this exhaust fit, and just long term I don't want it on. But what I'll do is I'll put in a restrictor plate just for now, and then later on when I put the big single on, that's gonna come off, because I just don't want to overboost it and just blow it up. That's it. It will probably look like arse, but whatever. It's just a temporary thing. Another reason why I actually want to remove the cat is because it's old, and it's actually starting to crack inside. Not sure you can actually see. I'll probably include a picture later on, but there's actually cracks, and bits of it are actually coming apart, which is not something you want, because when this goes, it will gum up the entire system and yeah, block everything. I'm still gonna have to see how you actually disconnect and what you actually have to do for the air lines that from the air pump that run into the cat. Excuse the noise, it's just the rain. But yeah, right now I'm struggling with these bolts for the exhaust temperature sensor. I don't think you actually need it, but I'll see. I'll try to take them off here. If I can't, then I'll just see where this goes, and I'll keep this open, or keep this rubber bit and use it for my wideband wiring. Quick update, I just cut it off. Didn't cut the sensor off, I mean I cut the bolts off. Didn't want to do that, but what can you do? So it turns out the cat is actually in much worse condition than I initially thought. So this side, it doesn't look too bad. You can actually still see the honeycomb structure and everything, and if you go in, yeah, doesn't look too bad, does it? Nah. This side is a whole different story. As you can see, it's completely trashed. Not only it's blocked, that's why I thought the second turbo is not kicking in. Not only is it blocked, it's actually really heavy. Not really heavy, but same sort of weight as the back box. So yeah, maybe I can even get some bits coming up. Yep. Yeah, you can see that this cat is generally blocked and start breaking apart. That's why the car was down on power a little bit. So this is a stock downpipe, I'm keeping it for now. I don't like its placement, it's a bit more to the right than what it can run. So, but later on I'm going to change that anyway when I put the big single in. So I don't know how loud it's going to be, so I guess we'll see. Originally I'm just going to stick this one here, but there will be enough room to stick another one of these resonator silencer things here, and then of course run the Blitz at the back. But I mean, yes, it's going to be heavier with running 2 of these, but overall this 3-inch exhaust is still going to be significantly lighter than both of the original black box and cap. So I guess we'll see, because I don't want to keep it too loud, and but of course hear the brap, but I just don't want it too loud because that's just annoying and not fun for daily-ish driving. So in order to make turns, I'm making my own pie cuts. I've never actually used this before, but it actually is much better than just using an angle grinder, but it can be done using an angle grinder. I'll probably put a video sometime later on showing how you can make pie cuts using an angle grinder, but to finish isn't that great. And it's an RX7, so I'm doing stuff as proper as I can. So after you're done cutting, you have lots of burrs on the inside and outside of it. So for the inside, what I normally do is use a file, doesn't matter what one it is, and just take them out by file. For the outside, I use an angle grinder with a flappy disc. All you do is so yeah, after you're done, it should be pretty burr free. I mean, there's a little bit there I'll take off an angle grinder, but the inside is pretty smooth in most places. This needs a little bit more work, but yeah, I'm just going to be measuring up for the moment, and then I'll deburr it just as I'm about to weld. So using these pie cuts, you can position your exhaust in whatever way you want. All you do is, you can see that the angle changes significantly, so you can have it like this, whatever way you want in order to position your exhaust. So I've not MIG welded using stainless steel wire before, so you might see some bird shit welds, but we'll see. I hope not. So whenever you're welding, always make sure you disconnect your battery. That was it's actually placed, but it's not great. The welding is not that great. All I need to do is tack it, and I'll actually be able to properly sort it out when it's on the ground. So I've spot welded it in the car and put a couple more spot welds while I was moving it around. It took me a while to sort out the MIG welder. There was actually some wire stuck around and it kept moving it, that's why it kept jamming up, but it's much better now. So I'll weld it up. We'll probably start the car and see what it sounds like. So I finished welding it up. The welds don't look the best, to be fair, but they're stainless, so they're not going to rust. And I haven't made any holes anywhere. I'm just going to brush it down a little bit and see if I miss any spots. And yeah, we'll stick it on the car and see what it sounds like. So the exhaust is in. The fitment isn't as good as I hoped it was going to be, but it's still okay. Down here is just a little bit too high, but here it's all fine. But the good thing is it's all tucked up pretty high, so it's not going to rub or anything. What I'm thinking is, as I kind of assumed before, that if it would be too loud, I'll buy another one of these and stick it in here, which there will be enough room, and see if that quietens it down. For the time being, I'm just gonna stick the Blitz exhaust back on there and weld up the pipe from here to there, and just wait until the pipe comes in, because I know it's going to be too loud, but maybe with more turns and actually properly welding the pipes on, it wouldn't be too bad. In order to make it fit, I need to cut this bracket off thing. I'll weld this washer on. This washer hole should line up with one of the mounting holes where the original muffler went. Good to see how loud it is. Team up. The reason why we just did that hurt your eyeballs and like, yeah, you know, it was because it's too loud. I want to see what it sounds like with two mufflers, but I ain't gonna weld the whole exhaust system to realize it's gonna sound too loud. It was loud, not gonna lie, but it wasn't actually too bad. Quite a lot of noise was coming from the exhaust leaks and everything here, because it's all just tacked in place, because you know, not really gonna drive like this, am I? So yeah, plan is, as I was saying before, just add another small one here. I was thinking of putting a slightly bigger one in there, but I think it'd be okay. But for now, what we're gonna do is take this off. Take this, weld a proper exhaust all the way through. Of course, I'll have to see what it sounds like. It will be too loud, probably. But then I'm actually going to leave a gap here. So when I buy another one like that, I'll just cut it, it'll be straight, and I'll put that in there and just weld it up straight away. Shouldn't be too loud. Worst case scenario, I'll put in one of those dB killers, whatever, decibel killers, whatever you call them. Just a quick update, this is how it looks when you use pie cuts to make the exhaust. It's a lot of work to actually cut them, get the angles right and everything, but you can make the exhaust fit just how you want to. I mean, there, I don't know, it didn't work out, I guess, but here it's actually going quite well so far. These are just tack welded in place, but as you can see, you can actually get the perfect angle. This is how a normal 90-degree looks. You can see it's quite wide. Here, it's a lot sharper and actually pushes the pipe out more this way. So, it's mostly welded up. Unfortunately, I ran out of welding wire. As you can see there, I mean, are a few gaps. I just ran out. So, this will all change. And also, that's just some shitty bolts. Also, need to finish the hanger for this, because it accidentally snapped off. But still, there are some big gaps in some places, but still gonna do a start up and see what it sounds like. So yeah, this is it. It got quite late, I don't know. It's nearly 12 o'clock now. Been at this for at least 8 hours today, minimum. Run out of welding wire, just needed a tiny bit more. Gonna add in another silencer as it's too loud. The exhaust is a little bit too low, it's actually hot. I need to finish that little mount there, because you know, run out of welding wire, so can't do that. So I guess we'll make a part 2 of this when more parts come in, and then do some more things later on. Thank you for watching.